I think one of the biggest lies that we've ever been told is that love is butterflies. It's when you feel this longing and you feel this crazy passion, attraction to the person. This is love. This is how you choose a life partner. But I believe this is the least important thing in the choice that you're making when you're choosing a life partner. But it's not because chemistry or attraction is bad. It's beautiful. When you feel attracted to the other person and you want to be around him and you feel this passion, it's beautiful. And this is how it should start. But it's just not enough to build like a lifelong relationship. There are so many other things that you need to choose and see and actually commit to in the relationship. And the problem is when we watch the movies when we're kids, we see all this emotional highs in relationship between the characters and the books as well, and we believe this is love, and then we start choosing the life partner. But then we end up in a world with a huge divorce rate and a lot of broken families, because initially the concept of love, the concept of healthy love, is not something that's right. And today in this video I want to talk about the main things that are going to bring you to the healthy, long, life-lasting relationship that will be happy for you and still full of emotions, full of attraction. But I want you to pay attention to these points. I'm a psychologist as well as spiritual mentor. I combine science and spirituality to show you how things in life can be reached easier but still in a very healthy way. So when we watch all these Disney movies and the fairy tales, there are so many negative beliefs around love that we actually accumulate and absorb. For example, Beauty and the Beast. We learn that if you love someone enough, they will change and love will change them. Or movies like Notebook and many others, they make you believe that the more intensity in relationship, the more obstacles you need to pass, the best love is only this way, is built this way. And then you start treating love just like the job with performance, which is achievement based. So you pass a lot of obstacles, then it's for sure love. Do you think that's healthy? That's not healthy. And yes, of course, this passion and this attraction and this chemistry is important. It starts the fire, it ignites the fire of love. But the fire is not permanent. You need to support the fire. You need to put oil in the fire. You need to put wood in the fire so it burns still and still, right? It's not something that you ignite one with your emotions and then it's stable. This is not how love works. And I know what I'm going to say sounds like not as people want to hear it, but this is psychology behind love. That the psychology behind love is that relationship is the same as any type of project in your life which requires your attention, emotions, time, effort, and all of that for both partners. Because there is a lot of misconception that a woman should, for example, do nothing, man should chase. Again, those are the games, the strategies of dating, which I don't really dig into, but I'm talking about a long-lasting relationship. And by the way, I truly believe that anything and everything can be saved, except I don't talk about abusive relationship or relationship with violence. This is a different topic. But everything and anything, small issues, you should not divorce and break up over them. You should try to work on your relationship if you committed to one. Before we go into the steps of how to build healthy love and what are those principles that are needed, I want to tell you why you feel this crazy chemistry and this passion sometimes from the psychology perspective and of course spiritual perspective as well. So the first thing is that you feel crazy chemistry, crazy butterflies in your stomach when you get triggered by a familiar experience. Those familiar experiences are built based on your wounds, traumas, or past scenarios that you personally created. which means that you get triggered, let's say, based on how your mom and dad communicated and relationship wounds that were created for you, because your subconscious thinks this is love, and you, among all people, will always choose the person with whom you can play the scenario like an actor and actress of one movie that you need to live through. And unfortunately or fortunately, this is how life works. We attract spiritually people that need to help us pass the lesson. Lessons are basically scenarios, and this is how it all happens, right? And people who feel calm to you, peaceful, they are usually the ones that are not falling into this scenario, right? And are not going to play these roles. But if you feel you need to live through this experience, I don't say you shouldn't, because from the spiritual perspective, you should. What I want you is to be conscious about it, because consciousness is like the first step that could help to go through this, to live through this. So chemistry is something important, but it ignites the fire, as we discussed. But if it does create fireworks, you should think about, like, is it something you want long term, or you want to just play with it for now? And now let's talk about the steps, the things that help build healthy relationship. Number 1, choose each other. Choice is the most important part of business, relationship, anything in life. Because when you fully choose, you stay committed to your choice every day until you re-choose. If you want to, of course, you can re-choose, it's fine. But once you choose something, you stay committed to it. You choose each other every day. We live in the world of consumers. We can buy anything, we can do anything. And in this world, the first thought that comes to you is, okay, it feels problematic with this person, I can find another one. And your commitment disappears. But did you make a choice? Because if you make a choice, you stay committed. And this commitment actually brings you back to each other no matter what. Number 2, you build shared vision for the future together. It shouldn't be in detail, because some people don't like to plan. Some people like to plan. It's up to you how you see it. Maybe your couple will plan everything in small detail, maybe not. But the vision and in terms of foundation should feel the same, because otherwise it's just casual. So what I mean by that is, if one person is thinking that all he needs or she needs in life is career, money, success, and the other person cares about family and wants to have a family, there's going to be a clash at one point of life, and it's not going to last. And this will lead me to the next point, but still, shared vision in terms of where we're going, what do we want? Is my future, the one that I see for myself, compatible with his? What is my dream? This is so important to discuss, because if it clashes or conflicts with each other, there is a problem. The next point is shared values, of course, shared values, because even in friendships, work relationship, anything, values is the problem why people separate. Because you don't speak about those values from the beginning, or you ignore them because of your crazy passion. Values is something that builds the shared vision, right? The second point. So, for example, if I think that, let's say, money is important and my partner should give me money, and he thinks money is nothing, and love is not built on money, this is a clash of values, my friends. And it's going to clash the relationship, even friendship. Because if one person is very materialistic in values and the other one is very spiritual in values, there's going to be a conflict at some point of time, and you can predict it because of that. Number 4, stay whole. Because the problem that happens is one of you, or even both of you, can slowly get so absorbed in relationship that start disappearing. This is very normal. When we love someone, we want to be around them. We want to do things for them. And we slowly disconnect from ourselves. Especially this is related to people with codependency, anxious attachment, which I talk a lot on this channel about. And I help people with that because I always had the same journey. So if you need my help with that, please message me, comment. I definitely know the ways and I want to help you. This is my big mission. So, staying whole is when you don't lose yourself, when you keep your own life full, because the only relationship that can last for dozens of years are the ones that, because you're going to have different periods of life, you're going to live through crises, and you will have one person will have 70% of energy, then the other 130, and it will switch 0 100 50 50, and you need to accept this fact. But how can you do this if you're not whole, if you're not doing things for yourself, if you're not staying connected to who you are, what your hobbies are, what your passions are, what your projects are, what you love doing outside of relationship? Relationship should be 30% of your life. 70% of your life psychologically should be your own life, your own friends, your own family, your own hobbies, your own projects. If your relationship is 90% of your energy, of your time, you're going to ask the other person to pay you. Because if he's not giving you the same amount, you're going to demand, push, get frustrated, get offended, start fights, break the relationship subconsciously, because you feel like you paid so much, you invested so much. And that breaks, of course, any kind of relationship. Because, so stay whole. Stay whole to yourself. Stay committed to yourself. When you're with the other person, be present, give time and energy. I don't say don't do this. I say sure, do this, of course. But outside of relationship, be so happy and passionate, because then you're going to be even more magnetic to each other. Next one, keep investing in this relationship. I already mentioned to you, fire does not burn by itself. You need to put wood, oil, and everything into the fire, which means that passion can last, as they say sometimes, for 3 years. Chemistry lasts for 3 years. Then it's all about two people choosing each other, two people continue sharing the same vision, same values, two people staying whole, and two people investing in relationship together. So, which means that keep creating crazy dates which excite you. Stay so excited about each other. Recreate the passion as well. Create like the experiences that will make you both happy. Talk, water the relationship just like you water the plants. Go on trips. Even if you have kids already, even if you're together for 20 years, this is so important, not only to invest in you, but also to invest in relationship. Because a lot of us, after you marry, after you live together, you stop investing. You feel like, okay, he's just another relative now. And this treatment is the problem. Okay, and next point, choose peace over intensity. Choose peace not over chemistry, but over intensity. Intensity as we're together, we break up, we're together, hot and cold, pull and push mechanisms. This is intensity. When we feel super high around each other at one point, and then we don't want to be around. Like this opposites extremes is intensity. Choose peace. Choose peaceful feeling around your person. Real questions that you need to ask to feel this peace from the beginning. How do I feel around this person? Do they give me butterflies, or do I feel like myself? Can I be myself? Can I stay authentic through years? Should I wear the mask or not? Should I pretend to be someone else? Should I hide my emotions? Should I stay quiet? Should I stay convenient? Ask all these questions. They are so important, because even in spirituality, as I always say, the sign of your person is you can be yourself, you can say whatever you want to say, but of course from the healthy position, not from emotions and crazy things, right? And you don't wear the mask, you feel comfortable, and you can share any experience, anything, right? This is so important. Okay, those are just some points. If you love this kind of videos, I'll continue. There are other points. And I just want to remind you that healthy love is magical and it feels different. It can feel like your favorite movie one day, and then it can feel like the best friendship ever. And then it can feel like sadness even sometimes. There are no perfect couples. There are no perfect relationship. There is no perfect things, in everything in our lives. This life is a journey. This life is a lesson. You can learn your lessons through spirituality. I teach that. Come to my Instagram, get my free materials. But at the end of the day, what matters is how you pass those lessons and what choices you make and how fast you evolve, how fast you grow. What do you want? What matters to you? And relationships are mirrors. They are so important for us. And it's very important to have a healthy relationship. If you have unhealthy relationship, it's something in you that's mirroring as well. And we always start with ourselves. We cannot change other people, no matter what they say in our fairy tales or movies. We cannot change other people's choices. They have free will, they're free souls, they can do whatever and whatever. So, what you can do is work on yourself. And of course, every step I told you, you can use in your relationship to make them last. But two people need to want it at the end of the day. So, don't make the other person want it, okay? Stay committed to what you want, how you want, and work on yourself, because then you will have the right person next to you, the right person who can understand, love you the way that you want. I hope you enjoyed this video and follow me for more advice. And of course, get my free materials. Check my Instagram with a lot of educational stuff and the channel as well. If you have any questions, please message me. Please comment below. I answer to everything. I want to support you. I want to help you with getting the best relationship with yourself and other people. Much love.